Welcome, Scorpio, to the month of August 2018. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and this is another general transits reading for those of you born with your sun, moon, and or rising signs in the 8th zodiacal sign of Scorpio the Scorpion, and or the Phoenix rising from the ashes. And your ruling planet is over here transiting your third house of communications in Pluto. Your ruling planet, Pluto. Okay, so the month starts out trailing in from July 31st on into August 1st with the moon in your 5th house in Pisces, and subsequently opposing or making a 180-degree opposition to Venus in your 11th house of friendships. Now, Venus is currently in Virgo, transiting your 11th house of friendships, hopes, goals, and wishes. And the moon, its opposite sun sign in Pisces. So what this can do for you is give you an emotional awareness as to how you are using practicality within friendships, or using common sense toward the love of your friends. In other words, not getting duped or taken advantage of with your friendships. Then, on August 3rd, Mercury, which is retrograde since July 26th, is trining, or will be trining, the moon. Once the moon goes into your 6th house of health and work in Aries and makes quite a harmonious trine to Mercury. So with this moon Mercury trine, from the 6th to the 10th house of career and ego, you will have the ability to harmoniously express yourself within the workplace or whatever career you might have. However, just be mindful that with Mercury retrograde from the times of July 26th to August 19th, you will need to be careful of signing or reading any documents passed your way on your desk. Then, on August 4th, the last quarter moon happens in your 7th house in your opposite sun sign of Taurus, at 12 degrees Taurus, 19 minutes, which then proceeds to trine Venus in your 11th house. So the last quarter phase moon in the 7th house of significant partners or others, the house of others, you now have the ability to emotionally wrap up loose ends in a very harmonious, loving way with, in other words, maybe perhaps resolving some issue, but in a very harmonious way so that neither party is hurt from it. Then, on I almost said July. Then on August 7th, Uranus, which will be transiting your 7th house of others for the next 7 years, as I believe I stated in the May video. 7 years you'll have the sudden impulse planet transiting your 7th house. It goes retrograde. Uranus goes retrograde in your 7th house of others. Also on the 7th, Mercury, still retrograde, sextiles the moon. Once the moon comes into your 8th house of others' resources and or sex, death, and taxes. And with this positive, short but sweet sextile, you now have the ability to perhaps ask authorities for a raise in your career. A promotion perhaps in your career. Then, on August 9th, Pluto, your ruling planet, opposes the moon. So from your 3rd house of communications, or the conscious mind, to your 9th house of travel, law, and publishing, or the higher mind, you have the ability to emotionally transform how and in what way you communicate. Which, by the way, can sometimes be stinging. The scorpion sting. Then, on August 11th, the new moon occurs in your 10th house of career at 18 degrees Leo, 42 minutes, along with a partial solar eclipse occurring on this very same day of August 11th. And a sense of newness, maybe a change in career, a new way of, a new perspective even, a new purpose. Partial solar eclipse. Then, on August 13th, Mars, which has been in Aquarius, now enters Capricorn for a time, and I'm not really quite sure how long it will be in Capricorn or how long it will be transiting your 3rd house of communications. However, I do know that when you have Mars in Capricorn, it can be a very responsible placement, almost to the point of being too serious with your actions. But that's good, because it's sort of like with Father Time here, Saturn, it gives you that sense of right and wrong through your actions. Then on August 14th, the following day, Mars trines the moon when the moon goes into Virgo, into your 11th house of friendships. And this very harmonious trine placement or 120-degree flowing aspect gives you that emotional, emotionally harmonious sense, common sense to pragmatically assert yourself without biting people's heads off and with true harmony, using your mighty intuition. Then 2 days later, the moon goes into your sign Scorpio, and notice Jupiter has been transiting your first house of the self and body in your sign. So you may have noticed that you're tending to possibly overindulge. I know, boy, when Jupiter was transiting my first house, oh my goodness, I wanted to eat everything in sight. Now I'm regretting it, kind of, and I'm still trying to lose it. Watch that with Jupiter transiting your first house of the self and body, that you don't gain big weight. Big time weight. In other words, watch what you take in to the self. Do other things to take your mind off food. The first quarter moon happens that was the first quarter moon. Okay, wait a minute. First quarter moon at 25 degrees. Okay, that's toward the tail end of this house. Your first house. Okay, here it comes. First quarter moon, 25 degrees, your sign, Scorpio, 20 minutes. Okay? And with first quarter moons trailing off the new moon, you can take first strides, first steps into what it is to do with your self and body. Embodying, as I was saying, maybe a more constructive approach to eating or dieting or whatever. Then too, Mars sextiles the moon in Scorpio, also on August 18th. So from the first to the third houses, the third house of communication, sextile to the emotional moon in Scorpio. By the way, though, I love it when the moon's in Scorpio, your sign, because it builds to and also already feels joyous as it builds toward your neighboring sign of Sagittarius. There's something about moon in Scorpio. Well, it's opposite my moon in Taurus, but it also gives you that sense of getting things done, structure, striving. I don't know exactly how to put it, but I really love it when the moon is in Scorpio and Sagittarius. And with this sextile, though, however, from the moon in Scorpio to Mars in Capricorn, again, it positively gives you the ability to express yourself in a most earthy, but yet intuitive, down-to-earth approach to how you come across to others, because it will be a very positive time of the month for you. Then, on the following day, August 19th, here we go. Mercury goes direct. Get out of here, Mercury retrograde. Blah. Mercury goes direct, which is wonderful for most of us. And in your 10th house of career, no less. Then on August 20th, the Sun, still in Leo, trines the Moon in Sagittarius, both fire signs. Harmoniously, the expressive Sun trines the Moon in your second house of money and what you value. Lots of harmony between, again, very similar to back over here when the Moon was in your 8th house of others' resources. In a big way, you can ask for a raise now that Mercury has gone direct. Then, on August 23rd, the Moon conjuncts Mars. There's my little conjunction symbol. Oh, and in case you didn't know it, you are here, Earth. And with Moon conjunct Mars, you may want to be watchful, though, still, now that Mercury's gone direct. You may be, or there may be, a tendency to be biting with your words, and or brusque, and or curt, and maybe even sarcastic. So please be mindful with Moon conjunct Mars, especially towards women in communications. Then, on August 25th, need I forget, when Mars was conjuncting the Moon, the Sun left Leo and entered Virgo, ruled by Mercury, into your 11th house of friendships. Then on August 25th, there's not a full moon yet. First on August 25th, let's see, Earth, yeah. Then on August 25th, the Moon trines Venus. So, Moon in Capricorn, an Earth sign, Venus in Virgo still, an Earth sign. And with this pleasant 4 houses away, harmonious 120-degree flowing trine excuse me, you now have the ability to emotionally communicate your needs, and lovingly so, with your friends or in group events, or something to do with your hopes, goals, and wishes. That will be communicated. Then on the following day or so, the moon comes full circle back to Pisces and becomes full at 3 degrees Pisces, 12 minutes. And the reason I said or so is that the moon takes 2.5 days per house, per sign. And I don't know, but this month, because because of the, excuse me, my eyes are swollen. I slept too long. Okay. Because of the impending Mercury retrograde, and I believe there's a certain other, wasn't there something else that went, well, I guess, but see, this isn't, I'm reading into the future, so this hasn't happened yet. See what I mean? Let me see. Let me see what it says about what's happening in July right now. Huh. Well, this is July 11th, a Wednesday. Oh, and, well, no, that's the north node of the moon retrograde. Mars is retrograde. Okay, that's why things are, okay, Mars is being a badass. Excuse my French. Mars went retrograde back on June 26th and goes direct on the 27th. I will be mentioning this. Okay, so here's why I'm, no wonder I've been having issues. Only my Neptune is in the 3rd house in Scorpio of communications. Okay, so there is this full moon at 3 degrees Pisces, 12 minutes. Then, on August 27th, Mars, thankfully, will be going direct. Yay! Okay, so it's been retrograde since June 26th, but will be going direct. Everyone needs that, but especially you, Scorpio, okay? Then on the final day of the month, August 30th, Mars squares the moon once the moon comes over here in Aries, a cardinal sign. Cardinal fire, ruled by Mars. Capricorn is a cardinal ruled by Saturn. Moon in the 6th house of work, square Mars. Now direct on August 27th. Now this is August 30th. Thank God, but this is going to be a bit of a challenge again for you Scorpions. Moon square Mars. Your ruling planet is also here in the 3rd house. I wonder just how long it will be in your 3rd house. I'll look that up too. But with that, I want to thank you for liking, giving me a thumbs up. I want to also thank all of my subscribers thus far, as well as the fact that I also wanted to mention, before I forget, that this is my 1-year anniversary with my North Star Astrology channel. And so I would like it if you would subscribe and or comment down below. And have a wonderful month of August. Oh, and check this out. The morning sunlight is reflecting the stars off this glass. Let me see what else. Ah, look at that. Moon. I think there's some... there's the sun. It looks funny, huh? Look at these stars. I like that. Look at that. There's the moon. But I like those stars. I used to have a matching coffee mug just like this, darn it, and it shattered. I'm sure I could find it again. Anyway, go in peace, have fun, and enjoy the month of August. And I'll see you in September. Thank you so much. Bye.